Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We are at 1178 Northeast Pearl Way here in Beaverton. I describe everything as if you're standing in the street facing the front door. So that's the front door right there. Just to the left of it, actually not just to the left, you've got a myriad of cleanouts out here. It's the 3-inch small cleanout furthest to the left of the front door. The other one that's closer to the front door, it looks identical to this one, is going to be, it's either going to be storm system or the low point drain coming out of the crawl space, which inevitably ties into the storm system in almost every circumstance. Anyhow, we zeroed out here at the bottom of the cleanout, water's running, checking the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. And sorry if I'm repeating myself there, I feel like I've already said that once, but I'm not sure. And then you've got, yet again, another clean out towards the end of the driveway that lines up with the front door. It's a larger diameter 4-inch clean out. And we're going to see if that ties in here. It may be a secondary access point. It's also possible, and I was just going to mention, what you may very well have here is a shared sewer line, which is very common. In fact, I can almost guarantee you do. So here's why I think that. After doing, I've done over 25,000 sewer scopes. This stuff sticks out like a sore thumb to me. You can see how clean this line is up to this point. Spiffy. It's exactly how you want your line to look. Zero grease buildup, essentially. The moment you hit this Y connection right here, bam, all of a sudden you have grease buildup in the line. Flow line looks entirely different. So what that tells you, and right here we may have, that right there is the clean out access I was just referring to, tying in at the top of the pipe. And visually I can tell we veered that direction. It's right where I expected to be. And we may have another Y coming in here. Yeah, right there. So this is a multi interconnected sewer line. You have, well, at least on this one branch right here, you have this home and at least 2 others tied into it. And we just transitioned there to 3034 PVC. So anytime you have attached wall homes like this, shared lines are extremely common. They're allowed. That's not that scary kind of party line scenario you get in Portland, where you have 2 completely separate homes tied together. Very different for this type of home. And even in Portland, shared lines are normal. So anyway, I get asked that a lot anytime a line has more than one house on it. There's the main there at 38 feet. Thus far, nice looking sewer line. There's a little bit of grease buildup in the sewer line, but it's not outrageous. I was mostly just pointing that out from a investigation standpoint. That's what very easily clued me into the fact that Y connection coming in there was another sewer line and not like a clean out access connecting in or something like that. We're going to go locate really quick here all the pipe drains and then we'll pull back in. All right, located the camera head successfully. Line terminates right out front here in the little street in front of the house. I can't remember if this is actually a true road here, if it's just a private drive, but it goes straight out to there. Oh, I'm just narrating on the camera here, man.
Oh, the third time. I was like, I'll be honest, man, I don't know what the third talking about, but okay.
You're all good. I'm sure I sound crazy talking to my camera over here. So just a general description here. The line comes out of the house right about where the kitchen window is. It jaunts toward the right side edge of the driveway. Runs down the driveway all said and done about 3 feet in from that right side edge. Directly in line, you'll see that clean out towards the bottom of the driveway. That sits directly over top of the sewer line. By that point, the line's straightened out and it's moving off into the road. Kind of give you an idea. And I'll do a little bit of a diagram. I'm not going to locate this thing out. My diagram will be overly simplified. It's not going to show every twist and turn. Just be aware of that. It's going to be a very rough idea. Anyhow, and the grease buildup in the line here is minor. It's not at a point where I'd recommend. It would be nice to clean it, but it's not. It's not at a point where it'd be causing blockages on its own. It would merely exaggerate or make a blockage stick more stubbornly. If one were to happen, grease. That's why you don't want to put grease down the line. Is it often will exacerbate blockages that would otherwise break loose on their own, which happens a lot more than people realize. It's pretty common. A line will block up, water will fill up behind it for a few feet, and it'll break loose on its own naturally. And that's what you want to have happen. That's the importance in keeping your line clean of grease buildup. And we just went backwards. That's as far back into the house as I can go there, where we hit the clean out and knockout plate on the back end. There's some branches that tie into it. I just can't turn up them. And there's a little bit of a drop down right there. That looked a little funky there at first. Anyway, good flow end to end. There's just a teeny little bit of standing water going back into the house. That is so small and minor. I'm not even going to legitimize that on my report as a belly. Just as a reference, after, again, I'm sure I've just mentioned how long I've been doing this, but I don't even consider repairs on bellies until there's at least a 5-foot section of pipe with at least an inch of standing water in it. That's with no water running at all. Even at that point, in a plastic sewer line with smooth pipe walls, it still has, with a 5-foot belly with an inch of water, usually I only recommend those be repaired when they're right against the home or underneath it, very close proximity. But it's still, at that point, is mostly up to the homeowner as to whether it ever manifests itself. And by that I mean abusing the sewer line. If you're beating a line up really bad, that's generally speaking where standing water can even come into play. And stuff like you've got in here would require immense amounts of abuse. If you block that belly up, you pretty much deserve to get a blockage, let's put it that way. Sewer line is functioning properly at this time. Good flow end to end. Actually quite a clean sewer line considering it's a multi-family sewer line, and everything appears intact.